Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Off the Script proudly presents to you the greatest t-shirt this WrestleMania season in the world! They do it for Roman. Man, I could take fucking JoJo's job, bruh. JoJo's fat ass, man. JoJo, why don't you give up? Why don't you give up that announcer gig, man, and just come on over to the White family compound where you can bounce up and down on my buzzard, man? Bray won't even be at WrestleMania, man. Fuck him. Anyway, man. They do it for Roman. The greatest t-shirt you could possibly ever wear. If you're going down to New Orleans, if you're visiting your mother's house for WrestleMania weekend, if she's throwing a party, if you're throwing a party, or if you're just going out drinking and celebrating the weekend, and you might not even watch WrestleMania because you think it's fucking garbage, wear it. They do it for Roman, man. Get your t-shirt just in time for WrestleMania, only on Barber Shop Window, and we're racking up the sales, man. I have a feeling this one's going to be bigger than Negan, bro. So make sure you guys go and get it. It is on sale right now. And obviously, we caught Kevin Dunn on a day where he just brushed his teeth. Look. Look at him. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway, we got a topic of discussion here today, in all seriousness. We got a topic of discussion here today that might anger the Roman trolls that dwell on Twitter all day long. You know, the people that don't have employment Monday through Friday. The people that have Roman and the Roman Empire or some wrestler in their header on Twitter, and then they're too cowardly to hide or actually reveal themselves in their Twitter profile, and they have to hide behind a wrestler avatar. You know, those people. They may be salty after this video, because the people that watch me are people with brains. They know what is going on in and around the wrestling community. They're in tune. Whereas these other people are very close-minded individuals. So this video might make some people salty, which is okay, because this is a big topic of discussion that is something that is being talked about. You know, it is not for certain what the WrestleMania main event will be. We all have our opinions on it. Some people think that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar should close the show at WrestleMania 34 at the Superdome in New Orleans. Many people believe they should not, for a wide variety of reasons. And I gave you guys the opportunity to voice your opinion on my Twitter page, at JDFROMNY206. If you guys are not following me on Twitter, please go and do so. It's a lot of fun. A lot of you guys seem to have the same sentiment that I have, and that is of an old school mentality. Now, I seen this article floating around the internet this morning, and according to Cage Side Seats, now take them with a grain of salt. Nothing here is factual. This is all opinion, all speculation. According to Cage Side Seats, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns will not be the main event of WrestleMania 34. Now, the WWE Universe has known Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns would be the culmination of WWE's obsession with Roman Reigns. We knew this was going to be the direction they were going in after WrestleMania last year when Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker. Now, WWE officials are moving forward with Lesnar versus Reigns, as you guys seen on Monday Night Raw, in the most political way possible, the most nauseating way possible. It's god-awful. And I see right through it, and everybody sees right through it. And whatever WWE is attempting to do with Roman Reigns will fall flat on its face. Now, they're moving forward with these plans, but some last-minute changes to the card could see another huge match that's already booked become the main event of WrestleMania 34 instead. WWE officials are downplaying Brock Lesnar's position on WWE programming in anticipation of his rumored departure from the company after WrestleMania. Because of all that and WWE signing Ronda Rousey, it's being reported by Cage Side Seats that the mixed tag team match between Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H could get the main event spot over Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Can you imagine Stephanie McMahon touting every single week she was the first female to main event WrestleMania? That would make whatever plans they have for Asuka and Ronda Rousey the following year mean absolutely nothing. Do you really want this woman to be on television every single week, every single time we see her with her voice that could shatter glass? Do you really want to see this woman come out and gloat that she is the first woman to main event WrestleMania? That would automatically, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a shit who you are in this industry. There is no possible way you could agree with Stephanie McMahon headlining WrestleMania and then have her come out on television stating that she's the first woman to main event WrestleMania. That would be god-awful, and it would ruin this evolution or revolution that they're in. It would make it absolutely worthless, and I don't want to hear, if that happens, I don't want to hear another fucking thing about how great the women have come or how far they've come. Stephanie McMahon, included in the main event, will ruin every single part of that. Don't want to hear it. That would be terrible. Now, with Brock Lesnar's upcoming departure and the company trying to establish Ronda Rousey as the biggest draw going forward, the move is logical. WWE officials are also attempting to boost Stephanie McMahon's status as a household name outside of the wrestling industry, alongside Triple H and Kurt Angle returning to WWE's grandest stage at WrestleMania. The powers that be have plenty of reasons to book that match to finish the event. A lot of people would be happy to see anyone else but Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in the main event of WrestleMania, but just as many fans value a WWE title match closing the show over a big money match. Oh, you mean the Fruit Roll-Up title? You mean the Fruit Roll-Up title that has just as much prestige as the fucking Cruiserweight Championship, right? The Universal Championship may be the least valued championship in the company. And I will go over that. In a second. Now, not only does Ronda factor into this main event, being gifted a WrestleMania main event in her debut, not only will that create buzz, but it also may create unnecessary problems for the company after the grandest stage of them all is over and Brock Lesnar leaves the WWE. Bleacher Report is reporting that several WWE superstars were unhappy with Ronda Rousey's debut, overshadowing the Women's Royal Rumble match in January. The WWE locker room might not appreciate Rousey being gifted the main event of WrestleMania in her first official match, but on paper, that could be seen as a massive slap in the face to the entire roster, and a move like that might turn the WWE Universe against Ronda Rousey. That would be a rough start to her wrestling career, which is the last thing WWE officials want to deal with after Brock Lesnar's departure and Roman Reigns being given a WWE Universal title reign after the WrestleMania main event is all over. Now, my opinion on this topic is this. Do I think Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar deserve the WrestleMania main event, meaning finishing the show? Fuck no. Absolutely no. Do I think WWE should put this match on last? Fuck no. Absolutely not. I think WrestleMania has ended miserably every single year coming out of WrestleMania 30. The last time we seen a true happy ending at WrestleMania 31, 31 as well, but I mean, since WrestleMania 30 was when Daniel Bryan. WWE changed plans at WrestleMania 31 to give us some sort of a happy ending, but the only reason why 31 was a happy ending is because they had a heel and Seth Rollins cash in on Roman Reigns, who nobody in the arena wanted to see win the title. And it's the first time that something like that happened at a WrestleMania. 32 was terrible, with one of the worst main events in WrestleMania history. You could say the same thing about WrestleMania 33 as well. That was god-awful. And now WWE wants to give us the same fucking shit with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 34. Everybody that I asked this question to that hates my guts. Oh, Roman deserves it. Oh, Roman is so great. He's worked so hard to get this main event spot. That's all they say. That's all they say, because they're blinded by their fandom. Brock Lesnar and his title reign has been god-awful. God-awful. I don't care who Brock Lesnar is anymore. In fact, I hope he leaves the WWE. He has been absolutely terrible in his last WWE run. This Universal Championship reign has done nothing for WWE, nothing for Brock Lesnar, and nothing for Monday Night Raw. If you are a human being with a functioning brain, you will see that the only reason why they put the title on Brock Lesnar was because they wanted to give Roman Reigns the win over the Beast. The biggest marquee name that WWE has had, possibly ever, in their company. A multi-time champion, in the world of professional wrestling, former UFC champion, all his accolades outside WWE. That's all they want. That's all they want. Meanwhile, if they put this match on last, it is the true embodiment of what WrestleMania should not ever be. Roman Reigns has done nothing to deserve this WrestleMania main event. Why do I say that outside of my supposed hatred for Roman Reigns? Well, if you look at the other matches taking place, I think I make more of a case as to presenting logical situations compared to what you guys might think is blind hatred towards Roman Reigns. WrestleMania 34 cannot end with Roman Reigns holding up the Universal Championship again. We've seen that at 32. What is that going to do for Roman Reigns? In fact, if you guys honestly open your eyes, if you want to see that happen, Roman is going to be even more hated. You think what WWE is doing now is helping Roman's cause? Have him win the title and have him be the last man in the ring holding up the Universal Championship with the fireworks going off and the show fade to black. That is going to make everybody going to Raw hate him even more. No, but that is Roman Reigns getting a reaction though, right? And that's all that matters. But what they don't understand is Roman is getting fuck you heat. They're getting, I don't want you here. You're not my champion. Go the fuck away type of heat. They're not giving him legit heat for what a professional wrestler should be. They're not giving him heat because they're upset that, he beat Brock Lesnar. He beat the monstrous heel. And Roman Reigns is the conquering hero babyface. It's none of that. It's none of that whatsoever. Why would you want to close WrestleMania on such a sour note? Now, if you look at whatever else we got going on with WrestleMania, my stance on it is this. And again, I don't want the people claiming, oh, JD is an indie mark. You look at Nakamura and you look at AJ Styles, that is my WrestleMania main event. That is what embodies what WrestleMania should be. AJ Styles is the best professional wrestler in the world, probably outside of Kenny Omega. You can make an argument for either one of them. AJ Styles is the WWE champion. The WWE championship holds far more legitimacy, no matter how bad it's been booked and no matter how tarnished Jinder Mahal made it. The WWE championship holds far more legitimacy and is far more important than whatever Roman Reigns is vying for at WrestleMania. Believe me. The WWE championship should always be the main event of WrestleMania. This is what people come into the industry wanting. This is why people come to the WWE. This is why people come to WWE and want to main event WrestleMania. You think they want to be at WrestleMania and be fucking bottom of the barrel pre-show? No, everybody's dream when they get into this industry is to be in the main event of WrestleMania and win the WWE championship. And if you don't agree with that sentiment, then you really aren't a fucking professional wrestling fan, or you have no idea of what professional wrestling really is. Simple as that. AJ Styles, the WWE Champion, versus Shinsuke Nakamura. What happened to Shinsuke Nakamura this year? He won the 2018 Royal Rumble. Now, I'm an old school head. Whoever wins the Royal Rumble should always main event WrestleMania. That is the importance of the Royal Rumble. You win the Royal Rumble and you punch your ticket to the main event of WrestleMania. And WWE has said this time and time and time again. Even now, as of Tuesday, they said it. They're going on to main event WrestleMania. Now, when we see this show and we see Nakamura and AJ Styles open the show because they are the workload match or the work rate match for the WWE Championship, that really isn't main event WrestleMania. Now, if you put this match on in the middle of the show, that ain't main event of WrestleMania either. The main event of WrestleMania is the last match. Nakamura won the Royal Rumble. He won the right to main event WrestleMania. You put him in the main event. And Nakamura, whether you like him or not, Nakamura now, where he is in WWE and what he's going to achieve, probably, at WrestleMania, if all the stars align, why would you bypass another happy ending for what we've seen now 3 years in a row with Roman Reigns, and something that fell flat on its face every single time, met with criticism and negativity? Why wouldn't you want to send your fans home happy with Nakamura and AJ Styles putting on a 30-minute classic, with Nakamura coming out in the end holding the WWE Championship up to close WrestleMania? Do you know what that would do for Nakamura? Do you know how happy the fans would be? Do you know the history in itself that you would be doing by giving Nakamura that honor to win the title and have him close the show? Has there ever been a Japanese WWE champion? And has there ever been a Japanese superstar as popular as Shinsuke Nakamura? The answer is no. So you want a WrestleMania moment, then you give me that. Because that in itself, with all the facts backing that claim, that's a WrestleMania moment. Not Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the farthest thing from a WrestleMania moment. That's why I want AJ and Nakamura. That's why I think they deserve to close WrestleMania. Not because it's going to be the best match on the show, not because of who's involved, not because I'm a fan of AJ and a fan of Nakamura, not because I'm an indie fucking mark like most of these goons on Twitter think I am. No, I'm a man with logic. I'm a man with common sense. That is your WrestleMania main event for all those reasons that I just said. Now, Roman and Lesnar are being pushed further down the line here. Another match that we could possibly see main event WrestleMania is The Undertaker, whether it's the American Badass Undertaker that everybody's talking about. We'll talk about that on Off the Script Friday. Or John Cena coming out and wanting the Taker to come out of his some semi-retired bullshit, whatever they got going on with him. John Cena and The Undertaker could also realistically close WrestleMania. Why do I say that? Well, I don't necessarily believe The Undertaker should be wrestling this year after what we seen last year for two reasons. One, he left his shit in the ring and he walked away. Two, The Undertaker could barely move. I don't want to see a broken down Undertaker in the ring with John Cena at WrestleMania. Now, if The Undertaker's ready to go and he proves me wrong, God bless him. I want him to put on the last great match of his career. I really do. This is something that I've wanted to see, no matter if it's 4 years too late or not. I wanted to see this match when the streak was intact. Now that the streak is not even there, I really don't care as much as I did then. But Undertaker and John Cena could realistically close the show. The chapter closed on the dead man. And The Undertaker's coming back, possibly as the American Badass. That's being rumored, with John Cena giving a glimpse of The Undertaker, Mark Calloway in real life. When would you ever talk about, just listen to John Cena's promo, when would you ever talk about The Undertaker uploading to Instagram? It doesn't really fit his character. John Cena mentioned that, why don't you stop beating around the bullshit and stop uploading pictures to your wife's Instagram of you in the gym. When would you ever say something like that? When would you ever bring real life like that into a feud with The Undertaker? It's never happened before. So we could see some resemblance of the real Mark Calloway here at WrestleMania. And that would lead to the rumors being true of him coming back as the American Badass, Big Evil. I would like to see it, because they bury the dead man at 33. If The Undertaker comes down the aisle riding his motorcycle to the theme of Kid Rock, then I think I'd mark out. That would be a great way for The Undertaker to go out. Career versus career. Undertaker could add the stipulation of, you want to call me out? You want to call me out? I'm putting my career on the line against yours. And they can make it a career versus career match. And The Undertaker, being he's the most significant figure in WWE history, he's the greatest creation of Vince McMahon outside of WrestleMania. If that is the match and that is the stipulation, The Undertaker certainly deserves to be in the main event of WrestleMania, and the show needs to close with him, because after all he's done, he certainly is deserving of that honor. Even though they did it last year, and I don't necessarily agree with them doing it again this year. The Undertaker does come back as Big Evil, the American Badass, whatever. I think him in the main event and him closing the show certainly is the way to go. WWE could certainly do Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, because Stephanie McMahon and Triple H are ego-driven goons. I could see them wanting to be in the main event of WrestleMania, putting themselves there. Stephanie gloating that she's the first female to main event WrestleMania. Why would you do that and take that honor away from somebody else? Then why are you building Asuka up so prominently as undefeated? You know, your money match, if you really want the main event to be, you know, a women's championship match next year, then you keep Asuka undefeated. And you keep Ronda undefeated. And they're going to be on separate brands. Next year they come together and Ronda wins the Royal Rumble and she challenges Asuka. Because at that point she will be where she needs to be, hopefully, and good enough to face Asuka one-on-one. That is your main event for WrestleMania, even though I would like someone else to get that honor. But Ronda Rousey, business-wise, makes the most sense. I'm no idiot. That is your main event for WrestleMania 35 next year. If WWE wants to give us a female women's championship match to close the show for the first time ever. No mixed tag, just Asuka, Rousey, a colossal battle of two of the most intimidating figures in WWE history. Asuka undefeated, Rousey undefeated, and it comes together. That's what I think is going to happen. That's the way I think it should happen. Honestly. And those are the four big marquee matches at WrestleMania. You can make a case for any one of them. But Reigns and Lesnar, seemingly at the bottom of the barrel compared to those other three. And you guys know my stance on it. And we took a poll on Twitter. It's still going right now. You guys got 20 hours left to vote. It's already 1,000 votes. I tweeted out, planning a video for later. I want it to be fan interactive because you know my take on it. Should Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns end WrestleMania? Yes or no, and why? Leave your reason down below. Hashtag off the script. 85% of you resounding no. Only 15% of you a yes. And some of you said, yeah, it should. Some of you said, yes, it should. But most of you gave the same reason that I gave you here today. And I'm going to read you some of these replies. Abby Felicity, the number one liked comment on this thread. She says, no. Roman did not win the Royal Rumble. Roman versus Brock Lesnar has already been done. WWE is trying way too hard to make the feud feel important when it really is just political garbage. Roman is not interesting enough to close the show. My thoughts exactly. Oos, NXT NOI. He adds, no, because of a very simple reason. It's not the most prestigious title in the company. AJ Styles holds the most prestigious title. The Universal Championship ranks below the NXT Championship. And I absolutely 100% agree with you. Methai Legend. No, the match and the main event of WrestleMania 31, Roman does not need to main event a fourth Mania in a row. The build has been total trash. Fans knew this was coming for over a year. Asuka and Charlotte, followed by Styles and Nakamura, should be the last two matches. Have Reigns and Lesnar open the show. I don't think WWE would ever have Brock Lesnar, let alone Roman Reigns, open the show. You know where they put Goldberg and Lesnar? That's the same spot that Reigns and Lesnar need to be this year for WrestleMania 34. My buddy Rusty, another smart individual. No, should be Taker and Cena, but only if it's truly the dead man's last match. Retirement from the biz is special and should be treated as such. Yes, I agree. If it is a retirement match, no matter if he's dead man or biker Undertaker, and B, if it is definitely the biker Undertaker and they do close the show, absolutely. Because if the Undertaker is going to be the only man to get 2 retirements at WrestleMania, then so be it. He's that important. Devin Gonzalez actually says yes, because it can possibly be the best match of the entire night. Negative, my friend. Negative. We got Top Kirby 8305. I say no. Simply because Reigns is despised by most, and lazy Lesnar puts nothing into his matches anymore. AJ versus Nakamura is far more main event worthy, and if let off the chain in the ring, it will easily outclass everything on the card. The New Japan Pro Wrestling match speaks for itself. We have the Fry Dog says no, because Nakamura and AJ Styles can put on a match for the ages if you give them 30 to 45 minutes in the main event. Plus, it's WrestleMania and it's for the WWE Championship. The money match should always be the last to go on, period. Brock and Roman, we've seen before, and nobody cares. We got PWG Gifts. I'm a man of tradition. The winner of the Royal Rumble always main events WrestleMania for me. Denzel Dixon. No, why let people again leave unhappy with that jackass to close the show unless they finally do something to shock the people with Roman, like a heel turn? Put him in the middle of the card where he belongs. Care in. No, because Shinsuke and AJ Styles is the match that people have been waiting for to see. Brock and Reigns, old news. Been there, done that. Highlight the ones who won their right to be there. Shinsuke and Asuka. It's so obvious the captain wouldn't even say anything. We got a lot of people claiming the same sentiments as me. The winner of the Royal Rumble should close WrestleMania. Jabril Davis, because of tradition. No. The WWE title and the Royal Rumble winner should be the last match on any show. Ron Stanfield. No, gotta end with the WWE title match. In his opinion, AJ retaining. I don't think AJ's retaining. I think Nakamura is gonna win it. Again, a lot of Nakamura styles from a lot of people who chimed in on this thread. Chris Savage, the main event should be the most anticipated match of the night. The match everybody wants to see is AJ versus Nakamura. Not only that, the Rumble winner should close out the show. That being said, if there was ever a time for the women to main event, it is this year. Chris, I agree with you. The Rumble winner should close WrestleMania, but this could be a WrestleMania main event for the women if it wasn't this stacked. And I think Asuka and her build and her streak need to be nurtured somewhat more. She needs to win the title. The next chapter is WWE giving her the title and booking her as a dominant champion until WrestleMania next year, and that's when it ends. If they want to make Ronda Rousey the most dominating figure in all of women's wrestling, you have her beat Asuka. At that point, the streak will be unprecedented. She'll have the title. She'll remain undefeated, and Ronda will be the first woman to do that. That is where the money is right there. Ronda's going to be in the main event just because of her name recognition alone. You need something to accompany that. That is Asuka and that undefeated streak. Believe me. Rated D Demonic. Isn't the excitement of WrestleMania the Battle of the Giants? With Nakamura and AJ, you genuinely cannot call the result. With Reigns and Lesnar, it's a Superman punch after F5. 3 of them. Yawn. Bring through the new talent. It will steal the show, no question. We have a lot of people claiming the same sentiments, man. Gary McCurry, because the Royal Rumble winner should main event WrestleMania. Born Better. No, I believe the winner of the Royal Rumble should main event WrestleMania. Jesse Caro. No, because Styles versus Knock is #my main event. Sens Fan 36. No, because Roman is the reason I stopped watching wrestling altogether. Boring and needs fresh feuds. And I agree. They need reasons for feuds. Same old shit. WWE Logics. No, I feel as if everyone has been waiting to see AJ versus Shinsuke, and virtually nobody has been waiting to see Brock versus Roman. Therefore, Nakamura and AJ should be the main event. Also because Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble, and the winner should main event WrestleMania. As you guys see, a lot of people share the same sentiments. Out of 1,000, 95% of them said the same thing. The Royal Rumble winner should close WrestleMania. No matter if it's Nakamura this year or if it's Roman Reigns, the Royal Rumble winner should close WrestleMania. But the fact that Roman Reigns has been there for 4 times already, this year being the 4th, some people get in this business and they don't even have 1 WrestleMania main event. Roman has already 4. Enough is enough. Get him away from the main event scene. His failure to rise to prominence in WWE and be what WWE wants him to be is not going to happen. Roman and the experiment is a failure. And everything that they do from here on out is nothing but a political agenda to convince you that, or at least try to convince you that you need to cheer this man. And we see right through it. It's not going to happen. Just pay attention to Monday Night Raw. Roman came out and started spewing curse words at Brock Lesnar, calling him a bitch. You know, it's more oohs and ahs than anything. You know, and then Paul Heyman comes out with the Universal Championship as some type of prop and hyping up how important the Universal Championship is. And when Roman wins it, you know, all that accolade is going to go right to Roman. And then they got Vince McMahon stepping in, not really telling Roman what's going on, and then suspending him just to try to make the fans feel bad. When Brock Lesnar comes back, everyone's going to want to see Lesnar beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. And even the political push by Vince McMahon himself to say what Roman said 2 weeks ago, because Roman failed to get it over. And then Vince added on top of that, Roman hates the Lesnar hates the WWE universe. He doesn't like people. He does what he wants. He's an individualist. You know, just listen to what the man was saying on Monday night. It's not difficult to figure out. And painting the picture of him not caring about the WWE. WWE is trying to convince you that he doesn't like you. Nobody with an adult fucking brain is going to give a shit about that. Especially not at WrestleMania. When Lesnar finally meets Reigns face to face, people are going to want to see blood. It is not that difficult to figure out. Roman versus Lesnar is not the WrestleMania main event. There are far better options than Roman versus Lesnar. And I think the majority of the people that commented on my thread have the right idea. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'll see you guys for Off the Script on Friday. Johnny Bravo on Friday. It's D-Day for Mr. Roman Reigns. We'll see what Johnny Bravo has, if it's legit or if it's just a bunch of bullshit. We'll see what happens with that. I'll see you guys on Off the Script for 213. We'll talk about The Undertaker coming back as the American Badass. I'll give you my opinion on that. Plus so much more this weekend on Off the Script. Hit that thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 and get your They Do It for Roman t-shirts right now on Barber Shop Window. I'll talk to you guys later.